So nice to meet you guys. My name is Felipe, and I work for DAOstack. And I was the main organizer of this event, together with the team and everybody else. And this is the beginning of our little well-intentioned conspiracy to help agency come of age, right? We have a big vision. Everybody in this room has a big vision. I know many of you, and I know the projects, and I know we're very, 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 very grateful and happy that the kickback campaign actually went 100%. We're not expecting this to happen, a first event. And I hope you guys make the most of this short and intense 3.5 hours of talks that we're going to have. And I'll talk more to you personally at the party upstairs or throughout this crazy week that we're going to have. And the first story that I have to tell for you guys is that I had the experience of actually having a DAO for a boss for several months. I was paying my bills and doing all my work self-generated from my ideas because of the Genesis Alpha DAO. Still in early stage, Alchemy was much simpler back then. And it allowed me to actually craft a new profession, a new professional position out of the combination of my talents that not any company would able to put me in this position. And this is super cool. And now I'm able to focus my attentions on how we're going to get the world to get DAOs, to use DAOs, to deploy DAOs, and most importantly, to trust DAOs without having to trust the DAO, right? And the main discussion that I think it's important for us is sophisticating the language and the understanding of what a DAO means, what are the limits or what are the ranges of understanding that we can have about decentralized and autonomous and what an organization is. Because everything that we are collectively building is challenging these notions, right? We're actually edging on the discovery of a new type of organization. Humanity has developed our ways of organizing over 60,000 years, but something in my understanding shows that a revolution never actually happened. The structure remained really similar throughout these 60,000 years. The groups in power changed, but the way we did things didn't change that much. And DAOs, they contain a small promise of an actual change on the way humans organize. So that's kind of what it's exciting for us, right? Let's try to break down. Are you guys happy with the name DAO? Is it something that's satisfying? Who's really satisfied with the name DAO? Who's kind of annoyed at the name DAO? Yeah. So I'm in the second group. I don't think DAO is an amazing name. I think it's D for debate. I mean, is decentralization even possible? Or is it complete decentralization something that is desirable? Because there's always a system within a system within a system within a system, right? So if we really, really, really follow the thread all the way down, there's still a lot to be decentralized, and we're not even sure if we want to decentralize it. And let's take a look at autonomous. Is autonomy something that we can truly claim that we have achieved? Or is it just meaning automated in the end, and it's all these political science people that are bringing this other ideological notions into what just means self-actuating contracts, right? So this is also something that we still need to debate and understand, right? So that's another problem with the notion of a DAO. But at least organization should be simple, right? Organization should make sense, organization. But I don't think so, because we're edging on something that looks more like an organism or like a collection of interloping, interstructuring, interconnecting organizations where the boundaries and the membranes of these organizational structures, they become a little bit diffuse. And at least in our experience with DAOstack, it's becoming more diffuse every day, right? Ever more meshy. Cool. So what I want to propose is this is a new kind of fire. We entered the age of participation. We're talking about participator experience now, not customer experience. We're co-creating, we're making it together, right? And not in a frou-frou fluffy way. We're making it together by competing and cooperating at the same time. We need new words for this. And competition is not sexy enough for me, you know? Because it's simultaneous. right? And so my point for you guys today is that we need an update on several levels of our understanding of what organizations are, what are our jobs in these organizations, what it means to have a team, what it means to be a group, what it means to be a protocol, what it means to be a society. And these updates, they're technical, they're social, they are spiritual in a certain sense. Who here has already lived or really embraced surviving within a DAO or a decentralized system, self-actuating? Right, like 5 people. So I'll give you a few missions today, a few like things that I would like you to leave today or this week understanding better off. Because the things that we've been waiting for have been deployed. They're there, they're waiting for you to join, for you to take part and actually make things happen. And the people that are going to be on stage today, they took this journey. And this journey is permissionless, right? So what we're trying to do is get all the pipeline in place for our smart contracts to talk to dumb contracts, our information systems to talk to real-world systems, and our society organizations to recognize our decentralized organizations as true, valid, functional systems, right? But we can't seem to agree, right? So behind me, we have the visualization of a chaotic system. And then we have this sort of 2D cut of what is a chaotic system. That's it. We're all in the dark, touching the elephant, and some people say, it's actually pretty smooth and sharp. And some people say, no, it's spiky. No, it's flabby. So actually, we're just grabbing to the ear, grabbing to the tusk, grabbing to the tail, and disagreeing over details. So the first challenge is to overcome the narcissism of small differences and realize that everyone here needs each other for this big, massive adoption that we want to bring about. And also, we have to generously point out the flaws of each other to build better, build more functional, and build also simpler, right? And build big. Today, you're going to hear about many walls that are coming down. These limitations that we found that were hard to overcome or impossible to overcome, they're being overcome by the people in this room. Talk to everyone. Ask as many questions as you can. Get all the business cards or send a lot of Telegram messages. Join Genesis Research and Development. Join all the groups because it's what we've watched over the last year is nothing short of astonishing. And I actually cannot believe that so much has happened, right? This whole day is about updates on this, and nobody can see everything because it's going to be happening in 2 stages at the same time. You can find the schedules on the table, right? And the challenge that we have is a challenge of vision and imagination. It's not only about technical aspects. The technical aspects, they open doors of interaction and behavior that were never there before, right? 4 layers of update: personal, group, protocol, and society, right? All of these layers, we have a book that you guys can get that have articles discerning every step of the way. What I want you guys is to reflect and just talk about this today. Talk about to everyone, right? Because articles don't give you the aha moments that interaction will give. So I read so many articles, I saw so many videos, but it was on the day-to-day of the DAO that I understood what we're actually trying to bring about. So I want next year, when I say, hey, who has been in a DAO and did a bunch of things, I want to see a bunch of hands up. Is that going to happen? Are we going to do it? Yes. All right. Sorry, I'm a little bit nervous. One thing that I would like you guys to understand today better than anything else is about holographic consensus and staking and why they relate and why they're important, especially if you're planning on taking part in DHAC. And if you don't know what DHAC is, don't miss Elon's talk. Staking, interacting with a voting mechanism is, for us, the most promising system that we have. But it's kind of not that easy to understand. And we realize that a lot of our veterans haven't really gotten it yet. So one mission for today is to really get this, all right? We are trying to build hyper-scalable, resilient, relevant organizations. That's what we're trying to do. Right? That's the game. And today, all the speakers are going to talk about their actual improvements on this mission. Right? Please, let's move this forward. That's all that I ask. Seeding an ecosystem is more interesting than building a DApp or a protocol. That's what we're invited to kind of start conspiring about today. I'm really happy to have you here. I just want to say thank you. It was a lot of work to put this together, and I'm looking forward for what comes. All right? So that's it. The most expensive thing in the world is human attention. That's the fundamental rival resource. We need to really first feel the cognitive cost of interacting decentralized, which is pretty high, and understand how we're going to minimize this cost. This is what our work is about. This is what we're offering to the community. But there's a lot to come, right? If you want to launch a DAO, this is all that you need. Just come talk to us, talk to Nave, talk to everybody. If you have a shared mission, if you have a defined resource, and if you have a group of initiators, it's not that hard to launch a DAO. We just need to get the things going. You can get the palm cards on the table. There's all the resources you need. We really organized everything to, from this day on, multiply the number of organizations that are deployed and are working. All right? Is there anybody here who dreams of launching a DAO in the near future? All right, you came to the right place. That's perfect. Thank you for your patience. This slide shouldn't be there. This is a framework for designing DAOs, paper prototypes. If you want them, talk to me. I'll send it to you. We have an updated version coming. And also, don't miss it at DevCon this year. I'm going to be there running this workshop. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything.